And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to 5 Minute Card Reviews. It is your host, Cheap Ludes, and we are reviewing a special card today. My best pack luck of the entire year, and I got Dark Matter Kevin Durant, and I'm using YouTube voice because I'm excited. Let's take a look at the card here. Like I said, in the title, 5 Minute Card Reviews, I'll let you know if they are worth picking up. Now, Kevin Durant, 6'9". I mean, we all know about KD at this point. He's damn near 100 or 99 in pretty much everything at this point. 96 ball handle, like 91 steal. Even his defense is significantly better. The rebounding stats aren't quite as good, and he's obviously not going to be strong, but that's not really what his strong suit is. So it really, truly does not matter. And I mean that. Like, the strength doesn't mean anything. He's also super lanky, so it doesn't matter. His tendencies are I'm interested in those. They're not really the greatest. His take charge tendency is a little bit high. I personally don't like that, but I know some people kind of do. Pass intercept tendency, 85, 84 on ball steal, both fine for especially as lanky as he is. He's 7'4" wingspan, I think. 92 shot contest, 92 block shot with 5 foul tendency and a 5 hard foul. Yeah, they juiced him up. Badges: catch and shoot, fearless, acrobat, ankle breaker, hyperdrive, pickpocket, clamps, quick chain, intimidator. He's got blinders, circus threes, limitless, and chef. Oh my god. Rhythm shooter, downhill, handles for days, quick first step, clutch, deadeye, sniper, stop and pop, green machine, limitless, volume. Oh, it's fantastic. Now, he does need a couple Hoff badges, like Hoff Corner Specialist would be very helpful. He does have Gold Rim Protector, so it's not really the biggest deal in the world. Lucky number 7 would help as well. Set shooter, like Hot Zone Hunter. There's just not much this card doesn't have already, at least in the gold badge department. I mean, Brick Wall is one of those badges you're probably going to want to put on in box, I guess, if you're playing him at the 4, which you shouldn't. If you're spending this much MT on a card, chances are you probably don't need to play him at the 4, like realistically. But altogether, he is ridiculous and probably the best small forward in the game. He also has great dribble sigs as well. I'm not the best dribble god, so I'm not the best way to display that, but at the same time, shifty dribble style. He's got Scottie Pippen behind the back. He's got Harden step back. The Kevin Durant leaner, which I haven't got a chance to really mess with this year, and I'm pretty interested in. He's also got KD release on very quick. So let's go over to shoot around and take a little peek at my man KD, who is not my man. I do not with Kevin Durant actually in real life. Now, the question with Kevin Durant is not that is he good? The question realistically is, should you leverage pretty much all of your MT to get KD, right? Because right now, I mean, he's probably going to settle eventually on like 500 or 600K, but right now he's going to be 700-800, if not a mil, if one's badged up properly. You know what I mean? So the question is he going to be good enough for that? And I'm sure he will be to the certain extent. The certain extent being if you have the MT, or realistically, like, is he worth leveraging your entire team over? No. And I will say he does feel kind of sluggish. And I've said this before about KD cards. That's the one thing you'll notice is like he doesn't seem as fast as his speed would indicate, but that's because he's so like long and tall. You'll run into the same problem with guys like Kristaps and Thon Makers here. They're just not going to feel as fast. He doesn't have the problem that Magic does, where he feels like he's just kind of trotting around everywhere. But he definitely does feel slower than you would expect, even in shoot around, where you kind of typically feel a little bit faster because there's not defenders darting all over the place. But KD does kind of feel, that was a terrible shot. He does kind of feel a little bit slower than you may expect. Dribble moves are fire. I mean, he's got the KD pull up, which I really like. It's just kind of smooth and easy to time. It's not really like anything special. It's not like Allen Houston in 2K21's pull up, but he can do like that, and that's pretty cool. Right off the right side, he'll do a little bit more of a fadeaway than someone will do. You'll get some leaners where they'll essentially just like pull up a really terrible jump shot. KD will at least fade backwards a little bit, which does give you some space and separation with his height. Should be relatively easy to green. Like I said, I've said this time and time again as well. I'm never good with Kevin Durant's jump shot because his cards are always so expensive that I never have them for that reason. But I can say it's relatively smooth. Like, even not using Kevin Durant and not using his jump shot consistently, outside of the occasional late because it is really quick, like, it's relatively easy to green, especially for someone who picks it up that does not use the card. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't used a KD card all year, literally. Since the first KD card came out, they've been too expensive for me to have. I used Diamond KD a little bit last year, but other than that, I typically never use Durant cards because they're always a little bit too expensive. He does have the Scottie Pippen behind the back. I mean, he's going to run well in the open court, like for sure, especially with that behind the back from Scottie. It's going to be solid. I'm a huge fan of that. Like, I'm not the best with step backs and stuff like that, but he's decent, like straight away. Now that being said, I forgot I turned my analog stick shooting off. The question really remains, is he going to be worth the price? And that's what I'm trying to answer here. And I would say for the jump shot's elite. There's no question about it. Like, I'm somebody who doesn't use this jump shot and realistically hasn't used it all year on anyone. And I'm not that good, and I can pick it up in green relatively easier for a jump shot that I'm just now using for the first time, basically. You know what? I'm very quick. So for that, I would say he's elite. His leaner is absolutely elite. So if you're somebody who shoots a lot of moving shots off of screens or anything like that, that jump shot is clean and could be demon straight up. I'm sure on next gen it's going to be even more ridiculous. The thing I will say, if you want KD and have the MT, pull the trigger for sure. Wait a couple days till he's down in price, but definitely want to do that. As always, has been your boy Cheap Ludes. Have a good evening and weekend, right? I don't know if all my Euro homies celebrate Easter, but whatever. I don't.